if you are an international student slash foreign student in South Africa in the medical field, this video is for you. You better listen to this video. It is going to help you. These are the things I wish I knew. I wish someone told me before I started physiotherapy in South Africa. It is your girl T. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, please don't be shy to smash the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell to see videos every single time I post, baby. Alright, so today I am back with a banger. Okay, no, it's not really a banger. Okay, today I am here with a rather educational video. So today I'm going to be talking about the things I wish I knew before I studied physiotherapy in South Africa. So this video is going to help a lot of foreign students, a lot of international students who are studying in the medical field in South Africa. So if you are an international student slash foreign student in South Africa in the medical field, this video is for you. You better listen to this video. It is going to help you. These are the things I wish I knew. I wish someone told me before I started physiotherapy in South Africa. So at least you have the privilege to be listening to this video right now. So I hope you listen to the very end because it is going to help you. Thank you. First thing is first, you go to university. Okay, I did my high school, my primary school in South Africa, so I always knew that when you go to tertiary you get a bursary. So in my mind I always told myself that I'm going to get a bursary when I go to tertiary, but then that was not it. So if you're an international student slash foreign student, you do not get a bursary in South Africa, which is the NSFAS. They call it the NSFAS. You do not qualify if you're an international student. Same applies to many other bursaries that come from the government. You do not apply for those bursaries. They are for South African citizens. So as an international student, it is very, very difficult to get a bursary. I am not sure, however, if there's any bursaries that do help international students, but I'm sure, I would like to believe that they are there, but it is unfortunate for me because I did not find those bursaries. But they might be there, but it is very, very difficult to get one. But it is guaranteed that most of the governments, or if not all, let me safely say all government bursaries, they are for South African citizens. So if you're not a South African citizen, you're not going to get a bursary. So if you're an international student currently studying in South Africa, you're in high school and you're hoping that you're going to get a bursary, darling, let me tell you, you better start saving up. You're not going to get a bursary. It is for South African citizens. So financially you have to be ready for tertiary because it is really, really draining. You pay a lot of money in tertiary. That brings me to my point number 2. As an international student, you have extra fees that you pay in tertiary. They call it the foreign levy. So it is for international students, or international levy, I don't know, whatever they call it, but it's an extra charge that you pay that other South African citizens don't pay. So imagine that you don't get a bursary. You're hoping that you're gonna get a bursary, you think you're going to get a bursary, and then you don't get it. Then on top of that, when you get to tertiary, there are extra charges that you have to pay that other people don't pay. So that is point number 2. You're going to be paying extra charges that South African citizens do not pay. So be ready financially for when you get to tertiary, because it is really, really draining and it's straining and it causes a lot of pressure, and it disturbs you, man. It just disturbs your peace in varsity. So that is point number 2. Point number 3, let me talk about physiotherapy to be specific, because it is what I studied and it is my qualification. I am a physiotherapist. So if you study physiotherapy in South Africa, you have to do community service, which is after you qualify as a physiotherapist. You have to do community service. This is a requirement for you to do if you want to open a private practice in the future. You have to have your community service. If you want to merge into the private practice in the future, if you want to work in the private practices, private hospitals, you have to have your community service first. But unfortunately, as an international student slash foreign student, you cannot, they do not give you placement for this community service. I do not know the reason why. I'm not aware, but you do not get placement in the community service. So it is something that you wouldn't know, because they don't put it out there for you to know that you are not going to get placement after studying. In your head, you're thinking, okay, we are all gonna get placement. We all studied physiotherapy. We're all gonna get into the public hospital. We're all gonna get into community service, and then we are all going to work. Everything's gonna be fine. But darling, let me tell you, you are not going to get placement unless if you have a permanent residence, or you are a citizen of South Africa, which you acquired obviously by staying in South Africa for a certain period of time. So if you do not have the citizenship or the permanent res, you're not going to be a priority. So they're going to tell you eventually that they won't tell you to apply. Of course, they're going to tell you to apply. You're going to apply with everyone else. You're going to have your 5 options of hospitals that you want, like everyone else. You're going to do the process like everyone else. But at the end of the year, you're going to find out that you're not going to be placed. Story of my life. So this is so stressing, because then if you're not placed, what's going to happen? No one wants to take you in private if you don't have experience. No one wants to take a fresh out of university graduate without experience into the private practice. It is not legal. You have to have experience in the public sector for you to go into private, like I said. So it is very difficult and emotionally draining. So however, you might get placed if you apply for the thing they call an endorsement letter at the health department. So you apply at the health department for what they call an endorsement letter. So if you get this endorsement letter, you might work in private practice with the endorsement letter. It is a very long process to apply for this endorsement letter. It is complicated. It requires a lot of documents. Some documents you might not have. So you apply for this endorsement letter, you might work in private practice, you get employed. So post graduation, apply for endorsement letter and get placed. You get a job in private. Without this endorsement letter, you cannot work in private. Without this endorsement letter, you cannot be registered under the HPCSA. So without this endorsement letter, you might not get employed. That is number 1. Number 2, you will not be registered under the HPCSA, which is the Health Professionals Council of South Africa, which is the board of all the health people. So yeah, health professionals. So if you don't have this endorsement letter, you might not be registered under the HPCSA. You're not registered under the HPCSA, you cannot work because you're not registered. You have to be registered under this council. So do you see how everything is connected and how everything is complicated for a foreign student in South Africa? So I feel these are the things you need to know before you go into the medical field. I'm sure it's the same with doctors when you want to get internship. I'm sure it's the same with occupational therapy. I'm sure it's the same with radiography. I'm sure it's the same with dental therapy. All those things in the medical field, I believe it's the same. So but let me stick to physiotherapy. This is my experience in physiotherapy, what happened to me, the things I wish I knew before I studied physiotherapy. So if you're an international student, you've heard what I've said. I hope you watch this video. It's really gonna help you to be ready. Of course, there's nothing you can do to change it. It's a law. It's a law. It's instilled. It's a law, so you can't really change it. All you can do is be ready for it, be prepared. If there are things that you can I don't know, things that you can fix, like documents that you can have beforehand, that will be really helpful, and for you to be just emotionally ready for the things that will happen when you're done with school. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was really helpful. If you have comments, please don't be shy to leave them in the comment box below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your family and friends. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys very much for watching. I love you guys.